Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Jenkins, here to share with you 5 powerful principles that every child should learn and master. I'm glad you're watching this video. These principles can actually help to protect children from risky behaviors that could get them into a whole lot of trouble. I'm going to share these principles with you in the way that I share them with the kids so that you'll have the tools to maybe share them with some of the children in your life. Here's a little context around that. I spend a fair amount of my time providing training and service to a nonprofit organization called Nova Principles. Just as a quick summary of what Nova Principles is all about, we train and teach police officers to go into the classroom and share a principle-based curriculum with the kids. You've probably heard of programs that are about helping kids to stay away from alcohol and other drugs or other risky behaviors. Well, Nova Principles is a more complete principle-based program. What I believe as a professional psychologist is that we can tell kids all day long to avoid risky behaviors, or we can spend that time and energy helping kids to internalize principles that will allow them to do effective principle-based decision making. And that's the context in which these 5 principles have emerged. I want to share all 5 of them with you. The first of these 5 principles is positivity. When we teach this to the kids, we usually put a definition on it that we expect them to memorize. And in the program, they can earn prizes or badges or awards for correctly memorizing each of these 5 principles. So let's help you to memorize the same principle. Positivity is a concept that I teach all the time in my practice, here on the channel, in our coaching programs. The way we present it to the kids is this: when I choose positivity, I experience success and happiness. That's how we define the principle of positivity. The way we do that is through Wikpayasa. Now, you'll see an image on the screen of Wikpayasa. She's the warrior princess of positivity. And the way we spell Wikpayasa's name is W-I-C-P-I-E-S-A-H, which stands for when I choose positivity, I experience success and happiness. Can you remember that as you remember our positivity warrior princess, Wikpayasa? You know, when I first came up with this idea of remembering it, I thought, nobody's going to remember that. That's crazy. We find that people remember it. That's crazy too. Wikpayasa. When I choose positivity, I experience success and happiness. Principle number 2 is accountability. You probably already know what you think about accountability. Here's how we help the kids to remember this principle. I own. Now, do the actions with me, okay? Actually move your hands. It makes a difference in how you can remember it. I own. And you grab it and pull it into you, okay? I own my thoughts, feelings, choices, and actions. That's how we define accountability. I own my thoughts, feelings, choices, and actions. The thoughts are obvious. Feelings we usually experience kind of here in the core of our body. So I have the kids go to their head first, to their core next. Choices, I can choose this, I can choose that. And so we move our hands back and forth like this to indicate choices. And then actions, I'm grabbing a steering wheel, like in a car. I can drive this, I can take it wherever I go. Those are my actions. I'm steering my life. So once again, the definition, do it with me. I own my thoughts, feelings, choices, and actions. Are you liking this so far? What if all of our kids could internalize the principles of positivity? When I choose positivity, I experience success and happiness. And accountability. I own my thoughts, feelings, choices, and actions. Wow, and we've still got 3 to go. Before I get to the next 3, would you just take a moment to subscribe to this channel and to the Nova Principles channel if you like those principles and you would really value having the resources that particular channel provides. Our third principle is knowledge. I used to define this as knowledge is power. And you've probably heard that one before. And then we morphed from that into, well, knowledge isn't really power. Knowledge is potential power, or the application of knowledge brings power into your life. And here's what we finally settled on. It's pretty simple. It's just 3 words. Knowledge creates opportunities. Love it. What you do with those opportunities is totally up to you. That's how we're going to define principle number 3. Knowledge creates opportunities. Do you like that? Now let's go to principle number 4. Principle number 4 is work. In this image, you see a pathway. In the Nova Principles program, we talk about my path to excellence. And there's paths that can lead you to other places too, but where you want to go? How about excellence? Yes. And the motto of Nova Principles is illuminating the path to excellence. So in this image, you'll see the path, and then you'll see a recliner on one side, and you'll see a hammer on the other side. Here's how we define work. My path to excellence requires work. Pretty simple. So you get to choose. The recliner obviously represents relaxation or lounging or sitting around. And the hammer represents, hey, let's actually put some work into this. My path to excellence requires work. And that's why we put that image there so that you can choose one of those. Can you remember that one with that image in your mind? Which brings us to number 5. Our 5th core principle is respect. Defined as I respect myself, others, and everything around me. Here's a quick and easy way to remember that or to teach it to your kids. I respect myself, putting both hands on your own chest. Others, moving your hands out to indicate other people in your world. And then we're going to do a full circle, a full 360 as we say, and everything around me. So the whole thing goes like this. Do it with me. I respect myself, others, and everything around me. When we hold our parent coaching sessions at Live on Purpose Central, we talk about 3 rules for the home so that we don't have these big exhaustive rules of everything that you can and can't do. It's simply 3 rules. Respect yourself and others, respect property, and respect authority. All 3 of the family rules come back to this one principle that I just shared with you. I respect myself, others, and everything around me. Now you've got all 5. Positivity, accountability, knowledge, work, and respect. What happens to our world if we and our children better internalize all 5 of those core principles that I've shared with you here today? Hey, remember to check out our sponsor for this episode, which is Nova Principles. You can click over to their YouTube channel and see some of the resources that they're putting there for you as a parent.